3, 2, 1.
You lucky fowls. That's mine.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? Better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big, scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life, from prow to stir. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the Bitcoin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you... well... We don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you. Sorry you had to hear that. Ooh. So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back.
And just try to enjoy it this time.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us.
Skip.
Why
Why
are
are
you
you smiling like
that?
that? Let's go get you some seashells.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
You see that spiky plant over there? That's an agave.
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave.
Agave, wow. The day really
Here,
slipped away, didn't it?
Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
Okay, go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do the... Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
Let's go boat.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
What do you like about
What do
it?
you like about it?
What do I like about it? I like the music.
That's very specific. What do you think he's thinking?
Face.
What do you think he's thinking about?
What do you think he's thinking about?
Probably solving the world's problems.
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right.
Thanks.
No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand.
Thanks.
Thank you for considering my piece, John. It
John.
really means a lot.
Not Richard, though.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color. Hey, we do not throw things in this house. If you're mad that... See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something
Sorry
really...
for the crunches. Nom nom nom.
Richard,
What?
that's the cutest
Cutest
thing I've ever seen.
I
Yeah,
know.
What's wrong with that?
Achoo. Achoo. I played a C major
Now play
chorus.
the C major
on
chord I
top.
taught you. Remember?
Remember?
There you go.
go.
Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good.
One note different.
Just one note different. That one sounds
Oh, it's
sad,
doesn't it?
Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person
Just like
feels.
me and your little friend there.
Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
She was in grad school studying composition.
Richard.
Anyone like her? I just prayed to God I could
Richard is
somehow keep
invisible.
up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I
Very quickly
very
lost.
quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places.
I don't want this piano. I want the big piano. Richard, are you hearing this? my god.
Wait, is that
Is that my piece?
How did you figure out how to play that?
Okay.
Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Don't worry, I already did.
Oh, thank God. For a
Over there, I forgot how great of a father you are.
Of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk
When you get in.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that. This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work. I haven't seen him in over 10 years.
10 years. Can you believe it? Wow, I'm only like 7 years old. Metronome.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
1E and a 2E and a
Subdivide the
3E.
time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now.
Ernie, buddy.
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a cube? I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know.
Sex.
He keeps coloring the grass. Are you able to pick up a new book?
Yes. The Manila Galleon was of particular interest.
I meant... I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex, but just take it one day at a time. Trust me. You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew. I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
Congrats.
This isn't fall back, you fool. I'll have your head.
I'll feed them to the cats.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you. Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Quiet, everyone.
Benny's gonna
Benny's about to play for us.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you?
The class is World History.
My name
is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up in...
Hey, you. Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
This is a quote. I want each of you to write it down. not doodle on the
Yeah.
sidelines, not stare off into space.
Oh, some
Don't
are
even
broken.
look at me.
I'm looking at you.
Stop
Okay.
staring at
Now
me.
I will go on to the next slide.
You're gonna need my help in 3 seconds.
Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
Help me.
You
There you go.
So those who do not remember the past repeat the past.
Yes.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself.
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys could become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very...
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burt. I know that change can be scary.
So what do you think, Benjamin?
Benjamin.
You think you could excel in that sort of an
Yes,
environment?
I am the best music player of all time. I will win school.
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh,
I guess I'm shy
not
now.
to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Crumple.
What was that? Was that the piece?
Crumple. Crumple.
What is going on with you these days?
Crumple.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice. Oh my God. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
So listen,
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess
Great
of truth
drawing.
and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet, and she's got, and yes, that's a she, the head of a crocodile.
Great drawing.
why is he
fur
so
of a lion.
scared looking?
See,
Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my...
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean,
Yep. Yep.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Oh shit, that was bad.
want you in after that. I'm not even sure I'd want you at that school. And I could tell you were having...
Sounds like you really nailed it, kiddo.
It's not a matter of him nailing it. He sounded like a professional musician. At 11 years...
You don't have to open it right now if you don't want to.
What do you mean? Of course he wants it. What does it say?
Give him time to read it.
Why are you being silent, Ben?
Hello, doctor.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Why do you freeze?
Hey, B! Dinner's ready.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Benjamin Bryn.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists.
Oh, how it's very lucky for you. Feel each shape.
Oh, you fiend! I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
I'm stunned.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks,
At your door.
open the door.
Open the door.
Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin!
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul. Well, look at that. You've crumpled my
contract.
To being a difficult artist.
The best
of us are. Ah, this is
divine.
Honey, stop. Is that Benjamin?
Is that Benjamin Bryn? Oh my god.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her
face now. Is that Benjamin Bryn?
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now.
But that's enough from me. Now... Go on, B. Say something.
Metronome, I summon you.
What's wrong?
Hey, you. As you know, you are a snake.
You're a fraud, and worst of all...
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you,
I think I'm gonna sell the house.
I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son.
Keep on making term.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. What's that? What's so fascinating, son?
Skip.
Look.
Hello, Richard.
It's unbelievable, Benny.
Thank you, I know. Chloe, I summon you.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide
genius.
And your mom. I always heard her playing piano. Hey, so, not to be forward, but
can I get a drink or something?
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Whoa! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but... Whew, internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea.
And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant.
How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your...
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was ever encouraging, teaching him to recognize the greatness within.
How about that neighbor girl? Huh? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or first love?
Music became the only thing he truly cared about, even more than his best friend Chloe. And although he gave it everything he had, he was still rejected from the conservatory his mother desperately wanted. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick. And he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child, color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fowls!
Bark, bark.
All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Bye, birds.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that?
I was gonna get really pissed at
Just
us.
look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
Why are you so mad? Why you mad? Why you have to be mad?
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth. Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make... You know, my father once told...
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
I
what is
see.
it?
She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep... Keep your eyes open. I need to see. The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
And I'd find you.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
We can focus him. Make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want to hear us talking about this.
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never going to get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs.
Hey, you guys killed my cats. What the heck?
You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius.
What do I write?
Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better.
Music became the only thing he truly cared about. Even more than his best friend, Chloe.
Best friend? Okay, Benny.
Is that why you didn't sneak out with me? Why not just tell me? You do realize I waited for you out in the alley for like an hour, right? Ugh. So anyway, back to the story.
Ultrasound.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me.
Okay, I'll let you read it.
You know, can't.
Oh, well,
Go in there and tell him you love him.
you wanted to read it.
Not right now.
You wanted to
Don't
read
worry.
it.
Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, Dad.
Hey,
Here.
B.
Richard.
Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, you know,
And hey, he
think it
grew
was
up
just
in a
very
loving home.
emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. Certainly glad you feel that.
Speed type. But he was a loser. Benjamin Bryn, more like Benjamin Loser. He was the worst Brit ever.
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God!
He got to listen in the conversation.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
It's been a day out, every day. Sometimes an hour, sometimes an
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now.
Oh, go Richard.
Yes, I understand you
tell
have
him,
a
Richard.
business to run.
You tell him.
It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What? You're too
I
scared
know
to
you're
talk to
faking
me?
it.
Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because
got
if
me,
you were
Chloe.
really
Hey, Benny! Buddy! You just...
I remember when you were just 4 years old.
Hey, Richard.
Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just her little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Hello, mother. You finally have awoken from your slumber.
Keep playing B.
Pretty sure this one is the cat. Yep, it is the cat. Hey, cat. I love this cat. This is a cute cat. This cat is adorable. Look how cute he is.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Look how cute he is.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so
Mush,
happy
mush.
she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. What do you mean she hasn't been over? Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Okay. Give me that orange juice. Forget what this one is, but see what
Oh
the
my
Chloe comes
God,
in.
you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But
Hey,
what are
what
you looking at?
at?
Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you.
I'm literally looking at you. I hope you know this.
I want to give you something. But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So
Okay.
maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm going to leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again.
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
It's okay, Benny. You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
This is fun. Clicking the trees. Cat time. 3, 2, 1, catch. Nope. 3, 2, 1, catch. Nope. 3, 2, 1, cat. Nope. 3, 2, 1, cat. 3, 2, 1, cat. There you go. Nailed it.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise.
I can get a sub 55, that'd be really cool, but I don't think I will.
Who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again.
Sub 55 would be
and
really
how,
cool.
Even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go,
I think I'm gonna get like a 55.
He was okay.
Oh, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not.
Because he'd already lived
like
a great
55
life,
oh like 2.
a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She's letting me in, she's letting me in. Maybe a sub 55?
Close your eyes now, and keep them closed.
Oh, maybe.
She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
No, I didn't get it.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
Oh, I could get a sub 55. totally get a sub 55. 4 seconds off?